Yeah, last year, Lexi Donarski, she was easily the team's best three-point shooter. A lot of times, she caught the ball in a break. Teams pretty much knew what was going in. But talking to Coach Banghart, she said that this year, she's going to have a competition between her teammates to see who's the best shooter on the team.
Underway here in Chapel Hill. There's Utsby getting the first touchdown to Gokdang up and in. And there's the noise on the first basket of the 2024 season for the Tar Heels.
And like we said, the noise, and there's the assist by Utsby.
And now we'll see Charleston Southern on the attack for the first time. There's their starting five. Sanaya Jones up top. Madison Adamson, the player they're really excited for with Catherine Albin. A turnover early for the Buccaneers gives it right back to the Tar Heels. Getting a look there at their head coach, Clarice White. Had a good talk with her, said this team is a real fun bunch. Preseason third in the poll as a pull-up jumper goes for the Tar Heels. Their starting five led by Alyssa Utsby as well as Renaya Kelly, and returning Maria Gokdang at center.
Yeah, we look to have a great year for Maria. She's selected to Lisa Leslie watch list, which is one of the best centers in the league. I think she's going to do a great year this year.
She had a good year last year, stepping in and up the layup. Sanaya Jones from Tucker, Georgia. Coach Banghart talked about the speed of this Tar Heel team as a pull-up three from Renaya Kelly. She's getting going.
Right on cue. A three goes in, the crowd goes wild. I love it. Basketball season is such a fantastic time of the year, man. I'm so excited for it to be back.
If there's something these kids know what to do or when to do it, it's yell.
It's yell. It's yell. It's yell. It's yelling to be loud, and that's what we need.
Catherine Albin, all freshman 2 years ago from Snellvin, Georgia. Here's Adamson from deep, taken away. Tar Heels with speed. Utsby gets broken up by Adamson.
That was a great job by Carolina, looking for an aggressive fast break attack.
There's that three from Kelly. Looking for her to step up in her second year on the floor. Already see some leadership there. Coach Banghart talked about this team being fast. You saw it there, trying to push the pace up the floor. Donarski, Utsby, Gokdang in the middle. She gets bumped for a foul, going against Sanaya Jones.
You know what? I'm really excited about the matchup for Jones and Carolina's big. I think they're going to have a great matchup today.
And for Gokdang, Donarski transferred from Iowa State 2 years ago. Last year was her first season in Chapel Hill. She misses the jumper. Adamson from Hoover, Alabama in her senior season dishes. Elena Nettles from Summersville, South Carolina, stayed in her home state. Played for the Buccaneers, goes up, underhand, grabbed by Adamson, but she's out of bounds first. There's Courtney Banghart in her sixth season, 4 wins away from 100. Really turned around this program, brings in players like Sierra Toomey, one of the best recruits in her era. Utsby.
That's correct, that's correct.
In the paint, goes over top.
This program, Coach Banghart has really revitalized this program, bringing new energy, bringing new life back to the women's team. So excited for her to be here. She's done a great job so far.
She really has. This team with the preseason 15th ranking in the country. Down Albin, gets it inside, stuffed. Muhammad was with the shot taken away. Donarski was all Big 12 defense when she was at Iowa State.
So far, Carolina's been playing swarming defense.
Gokdang has 2 on her down low, and she moves her feet, gets called on the travel.
The shuffle, that's tough. It's tough going up against another 6'5" post player.
Something that Charleston Southern doesn't lack, as we're going to get the first substitution of the game. Bailey coming in. There's another look at that foul, or excuse me, the travel. For Charleston Southern, they do have Sanaya Jones, like you said. She's 6'4", tallest on the roster. Haley Brennan is out. She'd be the player coming in for her. She's 6'3". But out a couple of weeks with an injury from practice.
Jones is going to have to do a good job of staying away out of foul trouble, but still being aggressive on the defensive and offensive side. Just because Carolina has so many bigs, she's going to really be the only big inside for Southern.
Doesn't go for Charleston Southern. Utsby now taking it herself high off the glass, bounces it in.
A very strong, aggressive take to the right hand. Using her body, really fundamentally sound from Utsby.
Getting her first 2 points of the new season. One of the first games of the college basketball season right here in Chapel Hill. There was one that started just 30 minutes before. The three over Utsby, and a nice drain there. That was Trayanna Bailey wearing 33 in dark blue.
You know, and we talked to Coach White yesterday on the coaches call. Her team is going to be fearless. They know they have nothing to lose. This is the first game of the season. They're going to come in, and they're going to play hard. They're going to play aggressive, and they're going to try to do what they can against Carolina.
Like you said about Coach White, she's in her 4th season now, and last year we were talking about it. She started the season with Clemson and Florida State, and now this year she's starting with North Carolina and South Carolina.
Exactly. So,
like you said, no fear.
They're not ducking smoke, as they say.
They are not.
No,
they're going
smoke.
and finding smoke.
For sure. Seeking it out, which is what you need to do. You know, this is a one bid conference, and so you have to really load up your schedule with tough teams throughout the year just so you can get that nod if you do get a chance to win your conference title.
Grace Townsend makes it 11-5, 5:41 in the first quarter. Townsend from Midlothian, Virginia, transfer from Richmond. Here's a triple attempt from Albin. Makes it count.
Can't leave her open.
Catherine Albin, Big South preseason first team, second team all-conference last year. Gokdang gets stripped. Buccaneers coming the other way. Albin trips on her feet. Pull up. Muhammad doesn't go. Center trying her luck from deep. Townsend, Utsby backing down Adamson in the post. The help defense, well done by Southern, but kept in. Now it's finally going the Buccaneers' way.
Yeah, the first 5 minutes, Southern, like I said, will come out fearless. They're aggressive. They're attacking Carolina, and they're seeing what's happening.
4:59 on the clock. First time out. We'll take a break as well. The Tar Heels with an early lead on Charleston Southern. And Sierra Toomey is a redshirt freshman.
Yeah.
Huge recruit for them a year ago. She got injured, was out for the season, and now expected to make a big or play a big role this season. There's Blanca Thomas, who just entered the game, the freshman center.
Yep, I'm excited about both of them, Toomey and Blanca, but more so Blanca just because she's a fellow big, you know, so to Blanca.
You stay loyal.
Yeah, of course. Always got to rep the position.
Thomas, 6'5" center from the Queen City, not too far away, about 2-hour, 15-minute drive. Nice block.
There she goes. Fantastic.
First defensive stand as a Tar Heel gets a block. Townsend for the three, no good, but she grabs the board. 11-8, the Tar Heels lead. Right now out rebounding 6-2. Now 7-2, and there's a foul going against Donarski. Charleston Southern takes the ball.
That's tough. That's tough. As a big, that's the hardest thing. It's so demoralizing when you get a moving screen call, but you know, sometimes it's both big and guard. The guard has to wait for the big to set, and the big has to be solid and not move into the guard just trying to come off you to avoid those fouls.
Thomas just got her first block. She was the 2023 Defensive Player of the Year in Charlotte, named by the Charlotte Observer. Bringing that now to the college ranks, dribbling through traffic. Salyn Ellis gets stripped away. Now here's another freshman, Lainey Grant, to the top.
17-year-old Lainey Grant, a youngster.
Utsby on the far side, takes the three. Off the front, Thomas still gets the rebound. What an effort inside, and the layup doesn't go for Kelly. Now Charleston Southern trying to take momentum, stripped away. Good defensive play from Trayanna Crisp. Going up, Grant gets fouled.
And the Carolina is changing end to end with such speed right now. They're really having an intent on getting the ball from three-point line to three-point line as fast as they can.
There's Grant.
And that's a tough call. You know, being a fellow big, you're taught to stay up high, stay vertical. Only thing should move is your wrist in blocking the ball, and I felt like Grant did that, and so that was just a tough call to see her get her second foul.
It's her second foul, so she will take a seat. Grant has a chance at her first college points, as, like you said, 17 years old. You know, if you're a football fan, you've heard all about Ryan Williams, the 17-year-old. Well, learn about Lenny Grant, the 17-year-old hooper from Virginia. So it looks like Coach Carice White helping her player out.
What, a contact? Was that a contact maybe?
Kashun Nichols had some issue really quickly as Grant gets her first point as a Tar Heel.
Fantastic.
Second one's good as well. Played at James River High School, reclassified a year early to enroll at UNC and make her way to Chapel Hill. 13-8 lead now with 3:27 left to go.
And Coach Banghart spoke about Grant so highly yesterday. She talked about her competitiveness and her doggedness on the defensive side. And you can see that right now. She's so intent on shutting down her guard.
Nice steal, Kelly. Up and in. She's got 7 points to start. Charleston Southern's got to slow down the Tar Heels, up by 7. Ellis from deep. Doesn't get the friendly bounce, but a rebound for the Buccaneers. Sidestep doesn't go. Great rebounding. Another jumper off the mark. Thomas trying to get to the ball. Out on the Tar Heels. Yeah,
you talk about rebounding. Last year, Southern led their conference in offensive and defensive rebounding of the team. So look to them to be on the glass all game this season. I'm sorry, this evening.
And what was that stat we talked about before this broadcast? In conference play, 60 more rebounds than the next team?
Yeah, they out-rebounded their team by 60 rebounds in conference play. So they're an aggressive team on the boards. And one part about that is just being aggressive and being smart and willing to do the dirty work.
Well, you saw it right there. It's those effort plays. They made 4 different ones to keep the ball here right now. Albin stops on a dime, moves it. Nettles, another mid-range, nothing but net for Nichols.
Great driving kick.
Tar Heels only up by 5 as we get to the tail end of the first quarter. Only a foul for the Tar Heels. Grant dips it down, and here's the pull-up. No good.
Toomey's first shot.
From Toomey. Just entered the game. Albin, layup, gets fouled. Grant gets her first.
Personal foul is called on the Tar Heels, number 0, Wayne Grant. Her second team foul of the first quarter. To the line to shoot 2 for the Buccaneers, number 1, Catherine Colvin.
Mid-range jumper from Nichols from Pearl, Mississippi. There's Albin at the free throw line. Just hit it, and we do need to be on the lookout. That's point number 4. If she gets 6, she has 700 in her career.
1,700.
1,700. Misheard the SID when he told us that.
1,700. So she is a prolific scorer. She can fill it up with the best of them.
So she's got 4 now. Needs 2 more. Inside, Thomas.
Great high-low action. Fantastic high-low action. I love that.
Sierra Toomey, 21 in white, the redshirt freshman.
Blanca's going to make a living off that this year with her career at Carolina. Just simply rim running from rim to rim, putting your head underneath the basket, establishing position, posting up big. She's such a big target. She gets easy points and she gets easy fouls drawn on the other team.
Entering the game for the Tar Heels, number 3.
6-point lead right now for North Carolina. Nia Kelly's gonna take a breather after she had a good start to this game. 7 points for her. She's 3 of 4 from the field. A huge size advantage right now for the Tar Heels with 6'4" Toomey and 6'5" Thomas. Pull up from Albin. Great shot. Drains it from deep. Tar Heels going quick. Crisp to the inside. Thomas tried to find Toomey. Now the other way. Garcia makes the pass. Albin up and in. Underhand roll.
There she is. Was that her 5th point? That was her 6th point.
That was it.
That was a 6 point. 1,700 points right there, that quick. Congrats to her. That's a big accomplishment for any college player.
And the answer right back to get the crowd in it. Trayanna Crisp with a 3.
Coach Banghart talks about their ability to shoot threes, and it's been on display so far.
She couldn't let Catherine Albin have a minute.
No, she couldn't, no.
And now Charleston Southern back on the attack. Adamson gets inside and a foul called. Sierra Toomey, her first. Let's get another look at that 3 from a moment ago, 30.8. Possibly see you later. Give and go for Charleston Southern, trying to find an open shot, smothering defense on the swipe. Jordan Zubic, another freshman, guarding the ball. Albin to the corner with a tough pass, dribbles out of it. The 3 too strong on the shot from Garcia. Goes out, Tar Heel ball.
And one of the things I'm noticing right now is, and it's not a knock on the players. It's simply just because of your nerves are so high. The excitement and the jitters that's on the Carolina players' face. They're so excited to have the season started, and you know, sometimes they're taking a lot of ill-advised shots, and a lot of them just seem real tired right now. But that's just part of the game.
Not enough time to.
Great Carolina. It's a great environment. It's great hoops. They're gonna love it.
And you're gonna see great competition. That's gonna prepare you for the rest of the season and tournament play. Deep shot doesn't go for the freshman Zubic. 9 points right now for Catherine Albin. Not on the floor right now for the Buccaneers, getting a well-earned rest after that first quarter. Utsby defending.
Carolina applying pressure all the way out to the. They're doing a great job of applying pressure without fouling.
Pull up from Adamson. Doesn't go. Tar Heels with speed. Townsend dumps it off for Zubic. A different 5 that we've seen. Utsby's going to take the 3 off the front of the iron. Donarski, a good board.
And Coach talked about it on the call yesterday. The ability to move the ball is not sticking. Carolina has the ball with finding energy, finding players.
Inside, Nichols dishes off, doesn't go. Gopdang grabs the board. Utsby pushing the pace, trying to become a more versatile player before the WNBA ranks. Zubic from the corner, doesn't go. Utsby pokes it out. And that's been an emphasis for Alyssa Utsby. We talked about it before and in the call and everything. Her trying to get more versatile, so at the next level, she's ready for that competition, trying to expand her three-point, her shooting overall from the floor.
You're totally right. Utsby has so many skills in her bag that she has the ability to be a 10 assist player a game, a 10 rebound player a game, a 20-point scorer a game, you know, and so she's taken upon herself to be the team's best player, but ultimately, like, she has those skills to do that.
Substitutions coming in on both sides. Layla Hall checking in. Zubic is going to take another rest.
Zubic, the freshman coming out, she's already put up maybe 3 or 4 threes, if I'm correct. She is not shy.
Not afraid to shoot. Bailey was with that shot that didn't go for Charleston Southern, down by 4. Townsend drives the lane, taken away. Turnovers right now are 5-5 even between these two teams. There's another one. Utsby fumbles the dribble for a moment, tries to go up, taken away again. There's another steal. North Carolina right now has the turnover battle by 1.
By 1.
And that could change in the next 20 seconds.
In an instant. You know, and we're just going to simply talk this up to first game jitters and first game nerves. You know, it's the first game of the season. Everyone's still filling each other out, finding where players like the ball. It's different. Like we talked about it earlier, it's different from playing in practice and playing in a game. Real game situations are totally different than practice situations, you know. And so it takes time.
Coach White and Coach Banghart both mentioned you're just itching to play someone else at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
You've seen your own teammates so much.
Yep.
Gakdeng.
Good move.
Doesn't get it to go. Second chance. The second chance points make it 22-16.
Good job by Gakdeng, keeping the ball high, going right back up.
They said, we can't hear you on the Jumbotron, and these kids took it personally. Adamson inside, called on a travel.
Entering the game for the Buccaneers.
Great job by Townsend getting over, taking that charge. And if it wasn't a charge, it calls Adams to shuffle her feet and get that turnover.
So Adamson is going to take a break. One of the first recruits of Coach White, came from the Air Force Academy, and they told her, hey, we're not going to win a lot at first, but you can be a key piece, and she's been that ever since. Now third in the preseason poll. Utsby from the free throw line doesn't go. Albin back in, pushing the pace. Bailey from deep, wet.
And you can tell once Utsby gets back into the game, the entire flow and confidence of Charleston Southern's team changes.
You see it right there. Gets the and one opportunity, going through contact and making it 24-19.
First team foul the second quarter.
Good take. Strong
Basket
take.
does count. Entering the game for the Buccaneers, number 13.
Charleston Southern was
Taylor Cole.
trying to get the travel call.
And entering for the Tar Heels, number 20.
Didn't get that. Utsby right now with 4 points and 2 boards. Hasn't started great from the field right now. 2 for 7. Completes the and one play. And 1 for 1 from the free throw line. Utsby's basically on every watch list she's allowed to be on. Expecting a big season with Deja Kelly now on to Oregon. Stripped by Gakdeng. Kelly to Utsby with speed up and in.
And Utsby is leading by example. She's playing hard on defense, and she's also running the floor. She just literally was underneath the rim, but she ran out. She was ahead of the break. She's doing a great job of showing how to play both ends hard.
And Charleston Southern needs a break. Will step aside. North Carolina starting to pull away, up by 8. Alyssa Utsby right now with 7 points and 2 boards. She's on the ACC All-Preseason or Preseason All-ACC team. See there, Utsby along with Hannah Hidalgo, who's the preseason player of the year, and Latson, Johnson, Richardson from Florida State, 2 players from NC State with Rivers and James as well. ACC, a stacked conference in women's basketball.
Stacked conference, and it's a great time to be a fan of college basketball.
Into the inside,
great
stumbling
defense
for
by
a
Utsby.
moment. Nicholas passes out, air ball from Muhammad from deep. The center has tried to get involved. That's her second shot from behind the three-point line today.
Yeah, just not finding the connection right now.
Both teams would probably like to be shooting a little bit better at the moment.
For sure.
Here's Donarski.
There it is. We talked about it earlier.
That's her spot.
Yep, right on the break line.
You find Lexi Donarski on the break, and it's a good chance it's fine in the back.
It's going in. It's
Finding the
funny.
bottom.
As soon as she called, her teammate stood up and was like, hey, there it goes.
Albin, leading scorer in this game right now with 9 points. Charleston Southern has to find some reserve scoring as there's a travel going against Tiana Bailey.
Re-entering the game for the Buccaneers, number 20.
Here's another look, Joel, at that 3.
Great screen by Gokding to get open first and foremost, but Donarski does a great job of getting her feet set and her elbows squared to the basket. As soon as she catches the ball, she doesn't have much work to do just to shoot it and catch. Bang, there it goes again.
Short that time. An 8-0 run right now for the Tar Heels over the last 90 seconds. That shot doesn't go. Rebound, lays it in. Nichols gets 2. Quickly, the Tar Heels on the other end. Utsby takes the one-on-one matchup. Help comes. Gokding gets the board.
Gokding is active. She's really active. She's all over the place, setting screens, diving to the basket, extending plays for the Tar Heels. She's doing a great job.
4 rebounds now for Gokding. Missed shot from Kelly and a foul off ball. Adamson will pop up, but Gokding gets called on the foul. Brings back in Blanca Thomas. So we're seeing lots of different combinations right now for the Tar Heels.
And this is a perfect time to test it out. You know, it's the first game of the season. Throw some lineups out there, see what works, see what doesn't work, see who likes playing with each other. It's a great time to do it.
And it's a good mix of veterans and freshmen and transfers all getting a blend together.
For sure. That's a great thing.
Nettles. Adamson, along with Muhammad, now inside. Gets stripped. Defensive play from Crisp. She'll slow things down. Something Coach Banghart said, they have the ability to go fast, but she said it's not up to her. It's what they give and take.
Exactly. And, you know, that's one of all coaches can attest to. Great job by Blanca, using her body, sealing, getting deep position. Like I said before, she's going to make a killing in this league just simply using her size.
Thomas right now with 4 points. Also has 3 rebounds to go along with it. She's there defending in the post. Adamson fading away off the top of the glass. Nettles comes in to clear it out, but knocks it out of bounds. Here's that last bucket. A nice move from Thomas in the post.
Fantastic. I love it. As a big man, you're always taught to seal, using your backside, have wide shoulders, wide hands. Thomas just showed that, and she got rewarded with an easy bucket.
High-level recruit for the Tar Heels. Saw their top 50. Here's Toomey, another one. Goes deep. Thomas, the offensive board, splits 2 and a nice layup.
Great job from Blanca Thomas.
6 points now for the freshman from Charlotte.
And you can see it from her first time in to now. She's more relaxed, she's more confident, she's in tune with the game. And that's fantastic. She's doing a great job sliding the feet, by the way.
Adamson again from up top, tries the triple. Charleston Southern's gone cold. A 12-2 run over the last 3.5 minutes. Kelly goes straight to the rack, knocked away, still free, gets the board. Donarski off the front.
It's incredible. As soon as Donarski catches the ball, everyone in the crowd knows it's 3.
You feel like it's going in on that side.
It's going in.
Adamson dishes the pull-up jumper, gets drained. Nettles gets 2 points there, makes it a 34-23 game. Tar Heels up by 11.
Tar Heels are finding themselves standing around a bit right now.
Trayanna Crisp with the pull-up J.
Great job by Crisp, utilizing that screen, finding her that empty slot behind the screen. She stopped and popped.
8 different scorers now for the Tar Heels. Spreading the ball out a lot here, and seems pretty unselfish. Albin dribbles off her leg out of bounds.
Donarski's doing a great job at the point of attack on defense. She's doing a great job at pressuring the ball, keeping the ball farther out from the three-point line, causing Charleston Southern to have some panic and have some unsurety about themselves of what to do on offense.
Donarski was Big 12 all defensive team before she came to North Carolina, and then last year started 32 of 33 games and immediately became a huge part of Coach Banghart's teams.
Yeah, coaches love anyone who plays great defense.
Give and go. Toomey gets knocked and she's bumped. No foul on the play. It's going to be Charleston Southern ball.
Last touch by the Buccaneers. Tar Heel basketball.
They're saying Tar Heel basketball this time. Here's another look.
Arid pass. Toomey tried to reach out and grab it, but she just couldn't.
Did go off the hand there of Sanaya Jones.
Great
Toomey
screen.
at the free throw line. Diving in over top. What a bucket!
It is so refreshing to see a guard shoot a hook shot running through the lane. Coach Banghart talked about it yesterday. Crisp just sort of has this old school game, and that was just testament of it. She just shot a running hook shot.
Got to get another look at this.
From the hip, hook shot goes in. Talk about old school, but I love it. Fantastic. That's get a bucket. 7
points now for the junior from Arizona, Crisp. She's also 3 for 3 from the field, has not missed. Toomey guarding Adamson.
Hey, we don't want to jinx her. We don't want to jinx her.
Yeah, we're broadcasters, so it's a
jinx.
tough job here.
Yeah.
Nettles driving, gets her own rebound off the block from Thomas, or at least the interception off the pass, goes out of bounds. Tar Heels take over possession as now Nichols checks into the game. Sanaya Jones will take a breather. So 38-23 right now with 26.6 to go in the second quarter. Not halftime just yet. Charleston Southern hung in there. Tar Heels starting to get their bearings. Straight,
yeah, she
like
straight
this.
up. He's like, oh, I'll just
And then
shoot
it's
over.
like it's so. Under 30 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Having a lot of fun here at Carmichael Arena in Chapel Hill. You see the bouncing kids in the background of your screen. Tons of local elementary schools bringing their students here for a field trip, and Coach Banghart talked about how cool it was and how cool it's been doing this for the last couple years after doing it last year for these players too, to be role models in the community as well.
It is awesome to see such positive role models, and to show their kids that, hey, if you want this dream, it takes a little bit of hard work, working hard on the basketball court, doing your job in the playoff room. You two could have a chance to be out here. Buzzer beater.
So at the half, 38-23, the Tar Heels pulled away in that second quarter, but Charleston up for Catherine Albin, 9 points for her preseason All-Big South selection.
Donarski with active hands, great job. Fast break steal.
Lays it up and in on the fast break.
And in saying that with active hands, I want to say, watch all the Carolina players. Their hands are not down to their side. All of their hands are out, active. Active hands find loose balls.
You saw both these teams with active hands there early. It's been the Tar Heels now down the stretch for the last about 11 minutes. But the second quarter and now here early. Here's Madison Adamson. Over for Nichols. Nichols with 4 points, and the shot clock runs off.
Great job. Carolina sliding their feet, active hands, causing a turnover. Great job to start the half. I know Coach is happy about that.
And you saw the frustrated face of Coach White after that shot clock violation. Tar Heels going quick. Donarski in and out.
Yeah, the two sides of both coins. One coach is happy, one coach is so frustrated.
Albin pushing the pace. In for Nichols, fading away from the basket, high off the glass. Gokdang brings it down. Moving quick. Donarski stops at the break.
Great shot by Donarski. Great job of running the break. Run to your spots. Shooters, run to your spot. Get ready. Knock it down and get a chance.
Donarski had 3 points coming into the second half. She's already got 8 now. Albin moves to the side. A nice move around Utsby.
Nice Euro step by Albin. She's got to get herself going somehow.
She's the first player in double digits now in this game. Inside Kelly with a nice pass. Gokdang up and in. Did they call it on the floor?
They called it on the floor, which I hate that rule for a big, you know, because it's so, baskets is so few and far between. We get those easy post-up transitions. But good job by Gokdang. Establishing position early, getting wide. It's the third foul on Southern's big. That's tough. She's got to find a way to stay on the floor.
Like we talked about earlier, they're without Haley Brennan, the other big, standing at 6'3". So her in foul trouble, not great right now for the Buccaneers. Down for Gokdang on the baseline, and offensive foul called.
That's tough. That's such a bang-bang play, but oftentimes than not, the big is going to get charged for the foul just because they're bigger. The guard usually flops over and falls, but it's tough.
First team foul of the third quarter.
Another look at that charge on Gokdang.
Yeah. In my opinion, you know, I mean, I'm biased. I'm a big guy, so I would always say the big has a right to try to establish and make an offensive move. But I'm not a ref.
Wow, what a play by Catherine Albin.
Pushing
Down
the
and
pace.
back in a second.
Pushing the pace. She's really getting it up.
She's got 13 now, leading scorer. The three from Townsend doesn't go. Utsby, too much contact trying to go for the board.
And, you know, I'm sure Coach White went into the second half in the locker room and talked to Albin, hey, you got to pick it up. We go as you go. And so I can definitely see Albin trying to be more aggressive in the second half, trying to push the pace, trying to find a way to keep her team in it offensively.
Charleston Southern did lose their leading scorer last year. Albin was second, averaging 13.9 per game. Adamson outside. Nichols from deep. Doesn't get the friendly roll. Townsend. Fast break the other way. Kelly from three. Off the mark. Snacked down by Bailey. In front, Nichols disrupted. Has Donarski over top and one. Kishunti Nichols gets two, and now a chance at three.
Carolina's doing a good job of running to offense, but now they have to do an even better job of sprinting back on defense. They got to get back in transition.
That's Donarski's first foul. It's now Nichols, transferred from Pearl River Community College. Missed the three-point chance. 43-29 with 7:05 left in the third quarter. Donarski comes around the pick, guarded by Bailey. Utsby, plenty of time, daring her to shoot. She drives inside. Kelly, step back. Too light. Utsby, rebound in the paint, lays it in.
Great take by Utsby. She turned down a good shot, found an even better shot. Great patience and poise by the upperclassmen.
She's 4 of 10 from the field right now. Started out 2 for 7. Been better since. Renaya Kelly gets her first foul as well.
And you know, just jumping back on Utsby, even though she's wide open on that shot, I would have loved to see her take it. You know, trust your work. Coach Banghart talked about the amount of work and time she put in on the three-point shot over this summer. Trust your work. Really get out there, shoot those shots with an intention, with a purpose. Doesn't matter if teams are leaving you open. Trust yourself. Now's the time to shoot him.
3-second violation on Charleston Southern. Nichols called on it.
I hate that.
And it seems like they were all surprised by it, but everyone was smiling for Charleston Southern. They saw the mistake and knew what it was. Utsby at the top. Handoff, Kelly, pull up, Jay. Good to go.
Great shot. Great offensive play right there. Kelly finding the easy, wide open mid-range jump shot. It's a great set.
Mohammed, who came from Chippewa College. 16 starts for them. Backdoor cut. Doesn't go. Adamson with a great look. Bailey now under the hoop. Utsby snags it back for the Tar Heels.
And in that previous possession, Mohammed's got to do a better job of keeping her dribble live. She can't pick it up and allow herself to get pressured. She has to have the dribble live, be a threat.
Albin pulls up. Foul on the floor going against Gakdeng. And it's on Donarski, actually.
That's tough.
That's her second.
Second foul already.
Here's another look.
Yeah, a little tough, a little shove. One thing you learn is when you have your elbows up. Whenever your elbow's up and someone falls down, it's gonna be an offensive foul. So a way to negate that, it's a run in, hit with your shoulder and your hip.
Charleston Southern with the shot. Adamson on the line for a 1-and-1.
And Auburn is being really aggressive. I think if I believe, she shot 4 shots already to start the third quarter.
Excuse me, did have 2 opportunities. They are in the bonus now. Here's the second shot. Off the mark, both don't go for the Buccaneers and Adamson. Utsby
running a little point action right now.
Seeing her carry the ball a lot more than you did last year. Shoulder down for Crisp. Draws the defensive foul.
Crisp laid the shoulder. Jeez. Big shoulder by Crisp. Coach Banghart talked about how strong and how sturdy she's built, and that was just evident of it. Didn't even seem to phase her.
Crisp hits the first, spent 2 seasons at Arizona State, where she had 35 starts in 59 games, brought in by Coach Banghart. She hits the second, and Utsby's gonna check out to bring in Layla Hall.
Layla Hall, the freshman, sort of a utility, very long defender, very big defender on the perimeter. I like to see great things from her this year.
Hall redshirted last year while rehabbing an injury from high school, but an Indiana Miss Basketball and Gatorade Player of the Year in Indiana, which, if you know basketball,
that is hard to do in Indiana.
Hard to do. Catherine Albin beats 2. What an acrobatic play to find the bottom of the basket. 49-31, foul off ball. And we'll step aside, a TV timeout. 49-31, Tar Heels leading in the third quarter. It is a great time of the year getting started. Plenty of games throughout the country. This one of your first here in Chapel Hill. 49-31 lead for the Tar Heels. Led by Crisp with 9 and Lexi Donarski with 8. Here's Hall, pulls up from deep. Nothing but net. And Hall, redshirt freshman, picking up her first bucket as a Tar Heel. Thomas way out there on the perimeter.
Did a great job, didn't pick up a foul, slid her feet, recovered back to her man.
Another quick timeout, and like you just said, she moved her feet well. And when you have a player like Catherine Albin, who can get around. You got to have good defense as a big. We're going to step aside again really quickly from Chapel Hill as the Tar Heels still in the lead on Charleston Southern.
Yeah, she's starting to heat up. She's starting to find a rhythm in the game. She's utilizing her size and her ability to put the ball on the floor, make plays for others. Right there, you see her just hustling out, get an easy break on the basket. She's doing a great job so far, but right now she's on the bench.
Taking a breather right now.
Wow, that was really loud.
They are making noise here at Carmichael. Great way to start the first game of the year. Now in the third quarter, 52-31, a whistle. Lainey Grant gets called on the foul. That's her second now.
Yeah. Southern has to do a better job of putting her head down and just attacking the basket. Right now, Carolina's in the bonus, so you have to do anything you can to try to stop them in transition and try to get easy points on the line.
Lana Nettles hits the first from Anchorage, Alaska.
You ever been to Alaska?
I have not.
Neither have I.
Everyone who has been says it's great. Kelly bringing it up now, under a 20-point lead for North Carolina. Hall's gonna try her luck for a second time. Bounces out Kelly for Crisp. Bounces off her foot. Kelly's there. Hall, great effort play to keep that ball with the Tar Heels. Kelly running the point, pull up jumper with 2 on, hits the front. Pulled down by Tiana Bailey. Quickly to the other end, and a foul as Madison Adamson takes it to the rack.
And I hate to harp on it again, but I believe that's the third time Charleston Southern has an easy, wide open down the court layup because Carolina hasn't gotten back. We've got to do a better job of getting back. The good teams do the little things well.
Adamson now at the line. Misses the first free throw. She's had an underwhelming start in this game. 0 points and 0 for 7 from the field.
Yeah, she's had a tough go of it so far. And honestly, Southern right now hasn't had a good showing at the free throw line at this game.
She gets the first. That's her first point of the game. Hall inside. Great look, Thomas.
Great patience from Hall. But if you're Southern, you have to do a better job of applying pressure. You can't have a great player like Hall literally sitting back, allowing her to survey the defense and pick you apart. You got to have a hand in the face, making her make a play under pressure.
Miscommunication on that pass, out of reach for Nichols.
Re-entering the game for the Tar Heels, number 1, Alyssa Utsby, and number 21, Sierra.
Just good movement underneath for the Tar Heels. And that's now 8 points for the freshman, who's 4 for 4 from the field as well. She's been efficient.
She's utilized her size, and her teammates have done a great job of finding her for easy baskets.
Here's Utsby back on the floor. Crisp from deep. Utsby tracks down the rebound. Back inside. Over. Grant. Doesn't get it. Second chance. This one counts.
Great hustle by the freshman. Grant getting on the board, finding an easy putback.
Catherine Albin, for a second there, it looked like she said, hey, I'll do it all myself. And she draws the foul, but nearly had an amazing and one.
Amazing and one. Applying pressure, attacking in transition.
I mean, she's a baller.
Yeah, she is. She is. You know, I'm sure she's seen pretty much every coverage. Right now, she's shooting 6 for 8 from the field, 15 points. She's probably seen every coverage that you can imagine in her conference, being a prolific scorer like that. So she's used to it. She's just got to get a little bit of help from her teammates.
That one goes. Make it 56-35. Albin has played a scoring role for this team for the past 3 years. She led the team with 9 points back in her freshman season. Here's Toomey inside the paint. First chance, no good. Adamson grabs it down. Albin moving with speed. She's brought down, and Crisp gets called on the foul.
That's tough.
So like you said with Albin, her first year, she was the leading scorer. Had to be that offensive threat if we get another look at that foul, just getting tripped up. So she had to be that leading scorer. Last year, she was the second leading scorer, had some help on that end. And this year, she's back to being top dog. So she's probably seen every type of defense, every type of coverage, sending two, whatever you want. Throw the kitchen sink if you want.
Exactly, yeah. Which is, it's a cool ask to be the team leading scorer, but also it's a big responsibility because you have to do so many other things. You know, in times like this where your team is down, you have to figure out a way to be aggressive, but also try to get your teammates easy baskets to have a balanced attack where teams just can't key on you defensively and stop you from scoring. And so with her coming out, she gets a well-deserved break. Hopefully her team can pick it up a little bit and help her out.
Ellis steps in for her, the redshirt sophomore from Powder Spring, Georgia. And Albin goes to the bench now with 18 points. Crisp for Utsby. Thought about the three, goes into the paint. The step and the layup is good. Kisses it off the glass.
Great footwork.
Utsby now the second player with double-digit points in this game, joining Albin. She's got 11. Nettles over for Ellis. Air ball and a foul away from the ball. Sanaya Jones, who's had three, she's got four now.
4 fouls. That was a tough call. Great move by Utsby with the step through. Even though she made that basket, I'm a still big believer in trusting your work. You worked on your three-point shot for a reason. Now's the time to shoot it.
And there she is trying a mid-range jumper. Goes out against Charleston Southern. So Sanaya Jones, 22, who you just saw, is going to need to be really careful with 4 fouls.
4 fouls. She still has a whole nother quarter to play.
Adamson comes back in. There's Nichols talking to Coach White. Townsend loses it, taken away by Nettles. Four fouls right now for Charleston Southern. Buccaneers are already in the bonus. Bailey, great defense from Grant.
Great defense by Carolina, but Southern isn't doing anything to help themselves. They're playing 5-out offense. Everyone's around the perimeter. There's no back cuts. There's no screen aways, no pin downs. They have to have an active offense to allow Carolina to make a defensive mistake.
Crisp and Utsby now have 11 for North Carolina. .35 seconds to go. A deep shot from Bailey gets knocked down.
Great contest. Great contest from Grant, but just a better shot by Bailey.
3-second difference, shot clock and game clock. Kicks back to me from deep, doesn't go. Utsby, the rebound, she's blocked by Adamson.
Southern can hold for the last shot here.
Shot clock down. Off the side, still free. Bailey takes it. 3 seconds left, takes the shot, fading away, pops out. And the end of the third quarter. The Tar Heels finally able to get up by a bit, up by 20. So very highly respected coming into this year. South Carolina Gamecocks expected to be the heavy favorites. It's Townsend from deep. Good offensive board from Utsby to get it free. Donarski fakes once. Back to Townsend. Now Utsby from deep. There's the confidence-building three.
There it is.
She's up to 14 points.
Fantastic. And that's the three right there. That's what's going to be the catalyst for your confidence for the year. Knowing you can shoot it and make it in live action versus an opponent. Hopefully there's many more to come.
Albin with an ambitious pass. Couldn't connect with Adamson. There's that three we were talking about. You kept on saying it.
And it was
just
smooth.
Shoot it.
It's just shoot it, man. It's smooth. Because if you don't shoot it, you start to overthink it. You start to self-doubt yourself, like, oh, am I really putting in this work for no reason? Things like that. You got to get it out the way. You just got to shoot it and go.
Pull-up J from Townsend goes. She's got 4 points now. That was her first points from the field. The other two from the free throw line. Pokes it out. She did get the start in this game. Starting five for Coach Banghart was a smaller lineup, with Toomey coming off the bench, and a lot of different looks in this one for UNC.
Yeah, Coach Banghart has a luxury of playing with so many different lineups, and so she's going to do a lot of tinkering throughout the early parts of the season. And so, like you said, a lot of different lineups, a lot of different guys get to come in and play with each other, and that's a really cool part about having really good players on the team.
And we talked about how Coach Banghart's going to utilize all the size and how much size can you keep on the floor at once. Is now inside at the post. Jones turns off the backboard. Toomey takes it well defended. Townsend with speed goes all by herself. 67-40.
Take out the do-it-yourself kit.
And it's going to stay with the Tar Heels.
Charleston Southern with just a silly mistake. She either stepped on the end line or bounced the ball on end line. Called it to be a violation.
Ball at the end line. There is something going on in the stands right now, so play's been stopped just until that gets
cleared up.
All cleared up. Officials are talking it over and making sure that they are good to go. And now I think both these teams are gonna take a break and gonna take immediate timeout here. So we'll step aside. 67-40 right now. Tar Heels finding a rhythm in the fourth quarter.
I mean, those are free. You should be 100%.
Welcome back to Chapel Hill. 67-40. Coach Banghart's Tar Heels in the lead. Here's a look at the ACC preseason poll. That's the top 9 right there. North Carolina sitting at 6, just ahead of the new addition, Stanford, who is the only new ACC team in the top 9. SMU and Cal, and that was Donarski just not on the same page with Utsby.
Nope. Zigging when she was zagging.
She was trying to hit Coach Banghart.
Obviously.
Wanted the deep three from the sideline.
I'm open.
Charleston Southern with it. Nettles to the corner. In and out. Nice rebound for Nichols to put it up and in.
And I really like Nichols. She's played her heart out this evening, this morning. She's been aggressive. She's giving it all on offense and defense. She's doing a great job.
He's got 6 points, 3 boards, a block. Doing it all right now. Muhammad playing the ball carrier role, and a foul called going against Jordan Zubich, the freshman who's come back into the game. And what we're seeing right now with Toomey going to the bench, Gokten came in. It's like we've talked about, just different combos. Now you have mostly the starting lineup, but you bring in Zubich. Playing more of a 3 right now. You move Utsby to the 4 because she can do a little bit of both.
And it's fantastic. You sub out one 6'3" player for another.
It's a good thing to have if you're
it's a luxury
basketball
to have,
coach.
for sure. Off the foot of Muhammad.
Almost stripped away. Inside, Nichols fading away, trying to get it off before the shot clock expires, but no luck.
And again, active hands from Carolina. They're doing a great job of contesting every shot that is taken by Charleston Southern.
Last year, Charleston Southern had an 8-8 conference record, was the best finish. And the first time as that one from Donarski goes. Continues to build on a great day, but they finished the conference over 500 or at or better for the first time since 2018-2019. So Coach White really has this program going in the right direction.
Yep, trending in the right direction. And like you said, any program that's starting off slow, it takes time to build a culture, to build confidence within your players, to build trust within your system. And so Coach White has done a great job of instilling that into her players and just taking the time and building and playing quality opponents and allowing her team to get confidence. Win or loss, doesn't matter. Win or loss through great exhibitions against great teams.
Sydney Barker now in the game for North Carolina. Here's Albin with the high floater. Doesn't go. A foul against the Tar Heels. And it's going to be against Sydney Barker. Barker, a walk-on to the program a year ago.
Not anymore. She was granted a scholarship last year.
Now a scholarship player. Very impressive by her. Whenever she'd come into games last year, you always saw the joy on the faces of the whole entire bench.
Yep. Very, very jovial player. You know what I'm saying? That's a great thing to have. You know, teams need that. Teams need that person to bring joy, to bring excitement, to bring the good vibe in practice and games and travel. You know, within like the dog days of the season, those players are so important and help uplifting teams and keeping their mind focused on keeping the main thing in basketball.
In and out, but Nichols rips down the board and gets two anyways. 69-45. And like you were just saying, Joel, it's not just talk. Top to bottom, there's a lot of different roles on a basketball team.
Oh yeah, so many roles that go unglorified just because you don't score, or aren't a main scorer, or aren't a main big personality on the team. But there are so many things that is needed to have a championship level team, you know, and those things, they don't go unnoticed by your teammates and by your coaches.
Nettles one-on-one with Barker. Now Albin. Blocked by Utsby. Nichols gets it inside again. Jones gets it to go. Jones in her junior season, she's played with 4 fouls for the last couple minutes, but she's staying out of trouble.
Yep, staying out of trouble. You saw the look of excitement on her face when she finally got her bucket to go. Just excited to be out there and get on the board.
Yeah, she's had to spend a lot of time on the bench because of early foul trouble. Here's Albin leading with 18. Alyssa Utsby now has 18 as well. Nettles almost stripped, and it's a turnover on Charleston Southern. Active hands. Right there by Jordan Zubic.
Zubic doing a great job of mirroring the ball. Wherever the ball goes, her hand goes. She's doing a great job of being active, reaching without fouling, applying pressure.
We've talked about a lot of the different combinations. Lexi Donarski is a part of almost all of them, though.
Yeah, that's one thing. Defense travels and gets paid well.
Yeah.
If you can do those two things, if you can be a great defender, you're always going to be on the floor.
Something you got to convince young players. Invest in defense.
Invest in defense.
You're going to have a job.
For sure.
Kicked outside. Albin from deep. Doesn't go. Rebound pulled down, and that's Thomas with it. Moving fast. Donarski fakes once. Lays it in.
Donarski's last buckets have been 2-pointers. So she's changed it up a little bit. She's getting to the rim, getting to the foul line for easy shots, getting herself going.
She's got 14, 6 of 11 from the field to go along with 2 rebounds and a steal in 24 minutes.
Great game from Donarski this morning.
And a great start to her second year as a Tar Heel. Albin, preseason All-Big South, and we see exactly why. Shot disrupted. Jones inside, not enough time.
Not enough.
Runs out of time once again as this North Carolina defense becomes suffocating as Alba Garcia comes in for the Buccaneers. Barker now running the point.
I believe we've seen, what, four or five players run the point for Carolina this morning. It's been pretty impressive.
Thomas gets blocked by Jones.
And that's just testament to her versatility as a team. She has so many players who can do so many things. And that's pretty cool.
There really are so many options. I mean, you look at a bench a lot of times, and this is obviously the first game of the year, and you're going to see a lot of players getting time, but there's not a single player that's still in a sweatsuit.
Yeah, that hasn't played.
Everyone is in their uniform, that's been on the floor.
Yep. Yeah, every player has logged minutes, and every player has been productive when they've gotten in the game. They've done something good. They've either scored or assisted or been a great teammate, setting screens or rebounding, or so they've all played their part in this victory.
From the baseline, Charleston Southern going for Garcia. Hall gets it. Has Barker. Lays it in.
Great unselfish play by Hall. She could have easily taken that play for a layup for herself, but she gave it up to a teammate. Got an easy bucket.
Barker with 2 points. Bench loves to see it. Now Maya Robinson from Raleigh, North Carolina. Receives it back again in the post, up against Hall. Fading away. Bailey picks up the board. She goes up this time. Works on the second try. 30-point lead for the Tar Heels. That stifles a 6-0 run as from deep, Zubic doesn't connect. She's back in.
Blanca just lost it. She took her eyes off the ball. She was looking for an outlet pass before she fully secured that rebound.
Really nice move on the other end. Robinson with quick give and go for Sanaya Jones, who lays it in. Here's Donarski, 14 points. Hall already hit one triple, doesn't get another. Pulled down by the Buccaneers. Courtney Davis ricochets around and a kickball called. 2:31 now left in the fourth, and the Tar Heels will more than likely pick up that first win of the 24-25 season. I don't like to be too absolute.
Well, hey, you never know within basketball.
You never know.
The three ball is a great equalizer in basketball. You never know in today's game.
In 3 days, they'll take on UNCW right here on ACC Network Extra. Grant pulls back. No good for Thomas, who overall has had a very good start to her UNC career. Doesn't go for Charleston Southern. Bailey on the layup.
And the pace is getting a little bit frantic and a little up and down. So Carolina has to do a good job of staying poised and not being so sloppy right now in the last 2 minutes of the game. Really run your stuff, get good offense, be disciplined.
Turnover, North Carolina. Gonna see Toomey come back in. One of just 2 Tar Heels that haven't gotten a point
yet
in this matchup. It's only her and Jordan Zubic. And they've actually both played around the same amount of time, 11, 12 minutes each.
Yeah. So, I mean, they've got an opportunity. The ball just hasn't went in for them yet today, but hopefully we can see that happen within the last minute 30.
And we talked about it with Toomey. She's getting back into it. Zubic from deep. Hall back for Grant. Tries again on the 3. Toomey gets fouled.
Great job of being active, pursuing the basketball, making that second and third effort, fighting off a rebound, swiveling off, getting to the basketball first, keeping it high. Toomey's determined. She's determined to get a basket her first time out.
A Miss Pennsylvania basketball as a senior.
It is really impressive. I feel like you said a Miss Pennsylvania, a Miss Indiana, a Miss. I feel like you've said multiple times Miss State something. There's a lot of good players on this Carolina team.
We got Indiana and Pennsylvania.
There are a lot of good players on this team. Toomey with the first miss with the free throw.
See if she can get her second. First trip to the free throw line. Second one doesn't go either. Minute 15 left to go in the fourth quarter. Good start to the year for North Carolina. And deep one from the corner. Zubic picks it up. It's now the Tar Heels will look to the rest of the season. Zubic up and in. She gets her first basket.
And the team erupts. The team erupts. The team loves it. I love it. The support these guys are showing for one another is awesome.
And that's something Coach Banghart told us, is the chemistry, the connection this year.
Yes.
It was effortless.
Yes.
She didn't have to try that
Yes.
hard because they all just got along.
They genuinely like each other. It's unforced. They genuinely like each other. They genuinely root for each other. And that's a great thing to have on a team. And it's awesome to be a part of, to play on a team like that.
Going up, Hall gets it to go, and with under 20 now, UNCW next on the docket for the Tar Heels. Charleston Southern trying to get one before they do. Garcia gets her first basket. And time expires. A 30-point win for the Tar Heels over Charleston Southern.